Hi everyone, it's Jerry. I'm on chess.com and I'm paired up playing now a 3-2 game against an opponent, a familiar opponent. Same guy as last time. So at least I have a different color. Let's try the Caro-Kann. Ooh. What is white cooking up with that move? D5, E5, I guess? I'm going to react with E5. Change of plans. I'm expecting D4, and I'll go with D6. Oh, okay. I wonder if I could strike in the center and play this for a gambit. Let's try it. This is a little bit awkward with the knight on E2. Okay, the computer's going to be very helpful for this game, I have a feeling. Very aggressive start to this one, a lot of pawn tension. I'm not sure what to make of it. I don't want to allow pawn takes here. Don't really have much choice. Let's take like this. Let's see. Knight takes? No. So playing it as a gambit. Trying to grab some space here. Well, let's try and hang on to this guy. Whoa. Talk about super sharp. It's certainly a super sharp game here. So, okay. A lot of pawn moves. That's all I've done so far. I think it's important to hang on to c5, reinforce d4. I'd like to challenge this pawn. The knight isn't on f3 to reinforce that point. Okay. Huh. Okay. This is wild. Pawn takes. I'm helping them to develop. d4, knight e4, bishop b7. All right. I know I'm helping them to develop, but let's see how they work around this right here. Yeah, I need a lot of development in. Soon. Very soon. There's bishop b5 checks, queen a4 checks. And I should probably pull the trigger on a move very quick. In such a sharp position here. Time will be super important. How to complete development. Not easy. Knight here? Well, let's try it. Could be pinned, but I'll throw a quick question to the bishop. On pawn takes? Nope, not going for that. Trying to play knight g5. Is this too much? Grabbing another pawn? Probably. Not sure how to complete development. Maybe knight h6? Okay. So much for playing fast, huh? I'm gonna try for maybe queenside castle. My queen and king are on the same diagonal. Scary, I realize. This might be an idea to break open the position. That might be happening right away. Knight g5, knight h6, pawn push. We'll see. Their king is still encastled, one move away. And this is not a happy home going queenside, but we'll run with it. The castle, queenside castle, knight g5, knight h6, e6. That's tough. Maybe I should be inserting one more developing move here. Let's try. Let's try this. I think on knight h5, I'm just going to queenside castle. Or maybe I could get away with pushing. I do have this square covered a couple times. What a super sharp position. My knight could be kicked at any moment. With b5. On b takes, probably bishop takes. I don't know that I want to. Well, if they really want to eliminate my b pawn, they're going to be able to do that. Okay, castling kingside is also a little bit scary because this is where they have some space. Moves like f5, e6, f6. I do have pressure on e5 though. Maybe I should look into the positives that I have. So I may be restricting a move like this. Knight takes pawn. So they're really calculating something good here. I'm expecting. Okay. Let's take with the pawn. Reinforce this guy. Maybe I have to go in this direction. Knight h6. I think I have to. I have to defend f7. This move is happening. But I have this move. Do I not? I'm hitting the bishop and defending f7. I can no longer rely upon this guy. I do have this move, do I not? What am I missing? Okay. I feel like, ooh, that move, huh? Okay. Yeah, let's go back here. I still have this secure, barely. Pawn takes here, and I could kingside castle, but wow, these squares here. If I took, I'm dropping my knight on h6. Knight here, I'm not sure what to do. Maybe I could grab this guy. I think I want a queenside castle. Soon. Okay. Knight here, I guess, is going to happen. Queenside castle. Bishop check. Let me throw in a punch here. Okay, I got a punch thrown in. Let's play here. I'm dropping this pawn. Yikes. Ooh, there's also that move, isn't there? Okay. Running for the hills here. Okay, I'm not sure what to even comment on. Gotta cover these light squares, not easy. This queen could kill me at any moment. Maybe rook to e8? I guess. If I pass pawn, I want to just trade a little bit. Back rank possibilities. To keep my eyes open for them. Maybe rook to c8? Or queen to b6? No, I don't want to give this square up. I guess here, for starters. Maybe rook c7, now queen b8. I guess here. Knight check. Now I have that covered. Rook check, king here. Oh, rook check coming in. Gotta run for the hills. Oh, there goes my queen. No, that's more than that. I'll be getting mated here. Queen is lost. They're just looking for a mate. Just pre-move that. Gotta recapture. Maybe my king could help out. I do have two connected pass pawns, so we'll see. Is there a mate here? Can I save my rook? Okay, I gotta go here. Block with a queen check. I'm attacking the knight. Let's just get my rook defend, or maybe even behind this pawn. Am I missing any mates? I guess here. Tough to comment. And check. Run over here. I have this square covered. Right here. Okay. Okay, the bishop's picked up. I guess right here. Can't take twice on this square because of back rank stuff. Maybe you can. Queen could block. I guess get pushing with this guy. Okay, I gotta advance this pawn. That's my only hope. And it's not much. Okay, no skewers. It might be a little bit tricky. We'll see. Try and keep him under time pressure. Let's go here. I want to keep pushing this pawn. Less than 10. This is a bit tricky for them. Okay. They might have to go for a perpetual. Yeah, I think this is a draw. We're going to see. Maybe their checks have run out. Okay, I have to keep threatening to get a queen. They're banking a lot of time. We're once again playing off the increment quite a bit again. We did this in the last game. Okay, actually I've banked some time, and they're allowing this. Well, I gotta go for it. So let's see if I could hunt down these pawns. Actually, this is a win. Or is it? Let's approach here. Let me see. Hang on. Yeah, let's approach with the king. Hang on. Yeah, let's go with the king again. This was not a useful check at all. Not at all. Yeah, that was a terrible, terrible move. Ah, they're marching. Okay, maybe one little trick if they queen right now. There was something right at the end, I'm pretty sure. That's sufficient. And yeah, I got nothing here. King here and then pawn push. They have another pawn to even be working with. Pawn push will do it as well. Let's resign that one. I thought I had something at the end. I wonder what the story is with that rook versus two pawns. That one thing I can say is that check. What a sharp game that turned out to be right out of the gate. This check right here was not useful. Right at what point? Right here. That did nothing. And I was thinking, I could do one of these like attacks from the side, and then as soon as the pawn moves, I could get behind. But the king is right there. We'll see what the computer has to say on this ending. I'll be very curious about this one, but I made it far too easy. Like, if I'm coming here right now, pawn push. I don't know. I don't know. We're going to have a look at it. There's going to be a lot of suggestions by the computer. I'm sure a lot of ups and downs, but we'll see where we can improve. That was one of the wackiest starts I've had in a while to a chess game. Just a tremendous amount of tension. Very difficult to find good moves. And I didn't get a king safety, that's for sure. Lack of development in the early stage. But anyhow, let me jump right in, and we'll see what we could take away from this wild start to a chess game. Okay, let us see where we can improve here. Crazy start. No problem with e5. And there's d6, and I think it said d5 quickly. I mean, it should be fine, right? Opening, just challenging the center. I tried to open it up a little bit. I was open to like moves like this. This is what I had in mind. Stuff like this, trying to make it a little bit awkward for them to complete kingside development. And well, with this move here, after takes e4, I'm no longer playing against a white pawn on e5, and so it's so much more smooth, of course, to deploy that king knight to his favorite square, get the bishop out, get castled. If they're going to grab another pawn, then it's completely, it's a completely different story from what happened in the game, which was, it's switched. In the game, my opponent had a lead in development, I was up material, and now it's the other way around. Okay, well that was my intention anyhow, to play it as a gambit on pawn takes, to not capture, but instead just push here. Okay, well they reacted very energetically with d4. I played e takes d. It's fine with that. c5, okay. I guess we could kind of expect the computer to suggest these moves, the ones that are hanging on to some material. Okay, right here is where it's already suggesting development. With knight c6, knight h6 also popped up. I'm probably going too far astray with the b6, huh? Too weakening. I mean, it's still holding an advantage, but you know what? In positions like these, it's one where you have to give it some time to think. Extra sharp positions. Let's just run with this developing move. I would have been fine if the knight was kicked. On takes? What am I doing? Takes, you just recapture and defend d4. It's so silly. I think I was a bit fixated on this idea of maintaining my pawn on c5, clearly, with b6. I got away from the basics, playing knight c6, getting some pieces out. Okay. Wasn't rocket science there, knight c6. Okay. The computer just puts things into perspective, doesn't it? Knight c6 again. But, yeah, maybe I'm going too much in the pawn grabbing direction. Still holding advantage, but, yeah, I'm kind of inviting my opponent to do what? Improve their pieces. Yeah. I'm not developing yet again. This is 8 moves in. This is a nice, well, 8 pawn moves in a row. Not good. Something's clearly gone wrong. Okay, finally I have a piece out, but now it's already tipping in white's favor. And I imagine, yeah, pawn and a half advantage, and I think it's just way downhill. They're calling out for knight f5 right away. Oh my goodness. Look out, knight d6. That would have crushed me. Queen c7, knight e to d6. I don't even want to look any further. It's just awful. Can't work around a knight on d6. Kidding me? Well, I'm lucky to have even gotten 10 moves into the game. That would have been a killer. And I'm sure there's just deadly moves, one right after the other around here. Knight g5 it already likes. Knight h6, e6. I was pointing this out. Especially if I was castled queenside and a bishop recapture, I'm in a pin. Queen e7. Castle, queenside castle. Wow. What a wild position. Okay. Bishop e7. B takes. Yeah, this is just busted. Lost it's a very small window of opportunity here. I had to focus on development, and I clearly was not doing that. I'm not usually like that either when it comes to material, but I really liked having my d4 pawn. I wanted to maintain support of that pawn with a pawn. Okay, well, I imagine it's lost from this point on. Let's see where there are some shifts. It doesn't like f5. It shoots for e6 right away, just blasting open the position, so plenty of other ways my opponent could have approached this one, but with f5, yeah. This is just very, very ugly. f5 gives me some hope, I guess. Knight a5 didn't even come to mind. Has it as even now. Bishop b5, I guess we're going for a queen exchange. Wow. This would have been like a best case scenario. Okay. I grab the pawn, and it's losing with f6. And also this move still, the move they played. I guess the only big question is, was it a draw at the end? Because here it's just completely winning in so many ways, maybe even missed mates for white, as you're seeing. +2, +3, +5, +6. Where was the killer shot? Right around here. When it's reading +8, you know there's a problem. There you go. Mate in 9. Mate in 8, 7, mate in 4, so they did miss the mate. King e5, and they had a mate in 3. They played takes. They're still winning, but what's the mate exactly? This is where they had some, a little bit of a think. Rook e6. Queen takes, here, mate. And I guess the other one was on this move, king here, rook e7, with then queen here next. Okay. Still winning. Wait a second. Oh, okay. King e7. It's read 0 because it's thinking it's a repetition, no draw, but no. This is obviously a win for white. So let's just get to that ending. I'll be curious about if I could have held that to a draw. My opponent did have a perpetual. I don't think that ever was off the table. They could have gone for that at any moment. And, yep. Yeah, so okay, I guess it is going to be holdable. It's reading as zeros now. Okay, so I could only manage a draw. So this is drawable. Let's see what the accurate move is. Rook d8, one wrong slip, and it's going to be lost. Okay, king there is apparently fine. h6, rook d7. Okay, I didn't play rook d7. King here, this is still holding. I had to find an accurate move here. And my next one was not it. Okay, yeah, the check did not help at all, so I guess it's pretty much locked in that I have to play rook to d8. Yeah, I mean, I have to do that right away. I mean, why? I don't know. Rook here is just helping the king, and only then I'm returning here. So rook d8. Let's see what the draw is exactly. g5. King f3. Approaching this pawn is no good. It's still good. I'd probably go with this, but let's see this king f3 move. What's the idea with that? Suppose they push. Now there's rook d2, and if king here, rook d1, king here, king f4. This is like one of those endgame studies. King here, well, that runs into a mate in 1. You don't want to do that. And on king here, king f3, king h2, rook d2. Oh, okay. That makes sense. And it's interesting that this pawn on g6 in that one line there is helpful to black because it does take away a safe square from the white king moving in this direction here. So that's interesting. My other question is, suppose on this, instead of king f3 with that idea, king f4, does it have the same thing in mind after g6? Yeah, same thing in mind. So this is a very useful thing to take away. This is really the main thing. I mean, the opening for me, when I'm playing the Blitz games, I'm trying to take something away from it for myself. Those of you watching, if you're benefiting from this, that's great as well. But the biggest thing I'm taking away is not as much the opening thing and me not developing, but this endgame right here, just seeing how there's this missed opportunity, not seeing these possibilities for threatening checkmate, or also ideas of getting the rook behind here for a skewer. So on g7, what's the draw here? Rook d2? On king d1, it's just this stuff back and forth, so the only other test is king here. And now we have rook d1, so this combination of mate threat, king h2 is needed, I guess. And here we have king f4. Very cool. King h3, king here, and if he continues to walk in this direction, we continue to walk in this direction. Yeah, this is one of those this is endgame study like problems. That's really interesting for it to pop up in this game here that I just played. But what a wild start, and a very interesting ending. Something I certainly took away from this is this ending here, how I could have done better, and how I could have, of course, not helped out the white king prior to playing to d8. But very interesting way to go ahead and hold that position. And anyhow, as usual, feel free to leave any comments in the comment section below to this video, and I hope you got something out of it. That's all for now. Take care. Bye.